So, Kieran said he wasn't going to get a White Scars army. It's time to check in and see if he did. As you'll know from the video title, he definitely did. Let's have a chat about it.
We are back with another episode of the Kieran Show, and we are saying hi to Goris because I got a White Scars army by accident. Wild card, baby, let's go.
Yeah, what's happening about Emperor's Children now?
Yeah, don't know.
Actually, you can't have a wild card. You committed yours to Emperor's Children, so you have firmly broken.
Oh no, I did.
Firmly broken the resolution because you did. Fair enough. Like a lot of this, you've got for free from Jadubs.
It's from so. I must confess, like, a huge thank you to Games Workshop for sending me a lot of these bits through Warcom. So, like the Leviathan box set and then the new Space Marines. Obviously, they are very, very, very cool. It might be the slowest White Scars army I've ever seen.
It's the most un-White Scars army I think is around.
Aesthetically, not, but speed-wise,
there's not a bike in sight.
No.
And do you know what's really,
yet,
do you know what's really funny? We could have probably gone on like technicality that you hadn't broken the resolution if you hadn't bought anything for it. What did you buy for it?
So I bought loads of bits, I
that
also bought 2 Corsaro Khans.
So you bought a unit for the army. It's locked in. You ruined your resolution.
Locked in. I can't believe I was the one to spoil it.
But that's really fun because now you can just go, right now I'm going to break it up. Like, it's like when you're on a diet, you're going to break it, you're going to break it hard. Like, you don't want to just go, I'm just going to have half a Snickers. It's like, no, I'm going to eat 7 large Domino's pizzas to myself.
Anyone who's having half a chocolate bar, you need to have a word with yourself. But yeah, no,
if you're going to break it, snap it clean.
Yeah, it's difficult because I think I've really thoroughly enjoyed doing these as well, and I think the White Scars. We mentioned it when Leviathan came out, and I first started kit bashing stuff. Like, they're such an underappreciated legion, and I feel like they are just teeming with bags and bags of flavour and stuff, and a lot of the 30k aesthetics are pretty prominent in these ones.
I was going to say that will lead straight into talking about one of the newer ones.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the Smash Captain.
Smash. So as far as like kit bashing and stuff is concerned, like there wasn't loads to do to him. I feel like
it's pretty quick already.
Yeah, fast. I was going to mention the meme, but I'm not going to do that. It's because it's rude. A family show. When he was first shown off on one of the streams that they do on a Saturday, I didn't like it. I thought it was a bit rubbish. It's because I didn't see the variant with the Power Fist.
The Power Fist variant is really cool.
Oh my god. So much better.
As you'll see from, there'll be a side-by-side of what the actual kit looks like and what you've done to it.
Sure. And you'll be able to see, like, there isn't, like, a great deal of change. I think my biggest sort of focus with him, aside from making him look like a bit of an emo space princess...
He's definitely in the Black Parade.
He really is. Well,
He's not okay.
Yeah, most of my stuff is emo Black Parade, so I won't... Yeah, there it is.
It's even got eyeliner.
Yeah, so anyone with eyeliner, it's just cooler. But yeah, so like as far as changes and stuff are concerned, I knew I could probably make the majority of the look work with things like the 30k transfer sheet. It is spenny. It is quite expensive for what it is.
It's a big sheet though.
So I now have 3. So I have a White Scars one, a Night Lords one, and a Thousand Suns one. So I love them. I think they're great. And truthfully, I think as far as like iconography is concerned, 30k is more grimdark than 40k. So it works.
Definitely.
Yeah, for sure. So with him, it was just a case of taking the belt from one of the Corsaro Khan models I picked up. One of them I used for Corsaro Khan, the other one I used just purely for bits because it's a great little kit. So I gave him his little utility Buzz Lightyear belt. So he's got like his little pauldron. Is that the right thing?
Buzz Lightyear utility belt.
And then
to Chagoris and beyond.
And then I gave him the one of the Horus Heresy mixed heads. So I did buy.
Which one
was it? I bought the first one because there's 2 different ones. There's like Mixed Heads 1 and Mixed Heads 2 from the Horus Heresy stuff. And I'll be honest, they're some of the Forge World makes some of the nicest heads in Warhammer.
Unless it's the Space Wolf Wolfie Boys.
Oh, they redid those. I can't believe they redid those. Do you remember when we went to Warhammer World and I said I was going to pick it up?
Kind of wish you did now because it's like an heirloom.
Yeah, it really is. I was going to pick them up for my Chaos Wolves, and I'm 20% regretting my decision. 80% was just like,
I was just saying,
put these down.
On a small tangent, they have replaced them. It's not like, oh, here's if you want to go more. It's like, no, they're out.
Yeah.
I think
we understand. We made the
if you just think from a business of it, how badly selling were those heads that they've just gone,
they must
and
have
that
been,
quickly as well.
Yeah, they must have been a car crash. And the new ones really, really work.
New ones really cool.
Yeah.
Speaking of heads, and in the similar ilk to the Smash Captain,
yes.
Let's have a quick look at these Jump Boys.
The Jump Boys.
I'm going to take some credit here.
You should take all the credit.
No, not
50%.
50-50.
Nice. Yeah, I was messaging Kieran the entire time I was making these up. So I was like, Kieran, help me because I'm breaking these kits.
I was like, you were like, I'm going to stick Stormcast, the word fell out of my head. Stormcast spears on them, and I was like, cut the ends off, put chainswords on them. And for about 5 minutes, you're like, no, it's going to look ridiculous. And I was like, just do it.
Yeah, stop.
And then you did it, and then you were like,
I was wrong. I think I'm confident enough to say when I'm wrong, and I was really wrong then. Yeah,
the shields are really cool.
Yeah,
it's all the lightning bolts.
It is like a hilariously Stormcast are very White Scarsy when you paint them up in the
red and white.
Yeah, when it was all grey, I was a bit like, oh, this could be a dud. But now I've done it, and especially with the 30k, I think they're Mark III heads. I don't know if that's right. They might be Mark IV.
They're the similar ones you used in the Leviathan ones as well, aren't they?
Exactly the same ones.
Yeah.
I bought another set.
Fortunately, I was just like...
yeah, just like, oh, it's that weird White Scars guys back again. So, but yeah, no, I was really, really chuffed with them. And again, like, exactly the same markings, albeit a little bit tweaked, a bit less regal than the Jump Captain. As far as transfers are concerned,
stand out.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like he's the boy, so he's got to do it. But yeah, no, the Jump guys are definitely now like one of my favourites that I've done, and I
really like the jump ones.
Yeah, and I think they out of the new Space Marine range, they were definitely I think I've voiced this over on my Instagram as well. They were the ones I was most apprehensive to do because it just felt like a bit of a cheat releasing them. And like, I don't mind saying stuff like that, like being a bit authentic. Like, I know that Games Workshop have sent them like for free, and it was obviously really nice as like a gift or whatever. But you could just get Primaris Assault Intercessors and put a backpack on them, and you've got the same. It's the same. It's the same thing. I'm sorry, it's the same thing.
Yeah, but anyone that's done that, look at the pose of the body compared to. There's no flight motion through those legs. I mean, I think this is. If you were trying to do it, if you were playing as all of an army, you wouldn't notice the difference. Whereas I think if you're a painter or someone that's just going to have
like
a set of 5, then absolutely go with the proper kit because there is more motion through the legs compared.
Ultimately, it makes it cheaper if you now buy the Jump Assault guys. So yeah, 5 assault. Hang on, does Assault Intercessors come in boxes of 10 or 5?
Yeah, they do.
10.
10 for the same price. So you trade.
Oh yeah, maybe. Yeah, ignore what I just said. That I'm wrong.
It's not exact, but I'm pretty sure you trade 5 Assault Intercessors for 5 jump packs.
No, I think it's 10. I think it's 10 Assault Intercessors for 5 jump packs.
No, as in, so if you compare the kit side by side, they've taken out 5 Assault Intercessors and put 5 backpacks on.
Oh, pardon me, I understand what you mean. Yeah, yeah, that's essentially what they've done, which makes my argument a little bit more valid. But yeah, that being said, like I did do them, and after I'd made like tweaks and kit bashes, I was like, you know what, these hold up, these are really cool. And I think from what I've seen around the community so far, like I know that a lot of people are doing like your generic like chapters without too much flavour, I suppose, like too much kit bashing, and that's fine. Like it's totally your prerogative. But I think when they do look very similar to Assault Intercessors, you have to just go that extra mile. Which is cooler.
let's move on to what is probably my favourite one in the whole army.
Good grief.
Which is the Bannerman from the Company of Heroes.
Yeah.
That banner in white with all the red and the whites of White Scars looks really, really cool.
Yeah.
He came out really well.
I was really worried about the Company Command Squad because I'm not big on them. I think when they've done it before, like the Firstborn one, the concept of having like 5 heroes in one group, I was like, that seems a bit stupid.
I mean, I guess in the way 10th has worked out where you attach things to squads, I think maybe it's a bit weird. But the models you get in that kit are...
Yeah, I totally agree. And they go together like a dream as well. Like if you haven't picked up the Company Command Squad yet,
Company Heroes.
Sorry, pardon me. Company Heroes.
You've got a habit of getting name rocks.
There's too many names. Just let me be me.
Jeans. Stealing Gribblies.
Woman. But yeah, no, I do think it's a really, really beautiful kit, and they do go together like a dream. Obviously, I broke some things. I broke some of it. So yeah.
What did you break?
Well, the Bannerman I kept as is. I just want to keep that as is. I think, he just needed like one of those same Mark III heads, like maybe one of the cooler ones. There's on that White Scar's head actually. There's like a tiny little piece of almost like barbed wire round the side of his head, and it looks wicked. So I was like, yeah, you're going to be my banner guy.
I mean, I don't know what his official title is in the squad, but the main guy with the sword. He's very different.
Like a champion or something.
Yeah.
Well, this is where most of the Khosrow Khan's like main bits went. So like his sword, like I was so surprised how easily it went together. And I'm so glad it did, because I feel like the original kit, just like with the regular sort of power sword, it looks so similar to the guy sort of like holding it like that. What's he called again? Company Champion?
Primaris Champion.
Primaris Champion, sure.
The one that was an event exclusive.
Yes, yeah, exactly that.
New one.
Yeah, so they looked very, very similar. So adding Khosrow Khan's sword just gave it that sort of like White Scar's edge, I suppose. Like definitely fits the bill, and it makes all 5 of them now look different, which is ultimately what I was going for.
I mean, they fit White Scars as in they'd be the White Scars Company Heroes.
Yeah, I like to think so. And I think because they haven't got loads of named characters, especially in like the 40k setting, like I wanted to make sure that if I wanted to, like, give them a bit of fluff and some lore or whatever, like give them some names, like you can do that, and they look so different to like Khosrow Khan and like to the other ones and stuff. But yeah, chuffed, very chuffed.
I mean, this has mainly been about the newer ones, because obviously we've seen in the previous video what he did to the Leviathan box set, but I'll group these ones together. The Terminators in general, so you've got your Terminator Chaplain, which proved to be a very controversial kit.
He was a captain, not chaplain. Oh, Terminator Chaplain.
The Terminator Chaplain.
Oh, pardon me. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Which proved to be a very controversial kit with some people. Some people really didn't like it. Some people loved it. And then you've got the captain from Leviathan as well. And then you've got your Eben Keshig as you...
The Eben Keshig, yeah, bringing them into the 40k universe. And
we don't need to talk about them, because obviously they're in the same thing. But
we've seen them before.
The Chaplain.
Chapelano, yeah. I was actually in the sort of first group of people you mentioned there. When they first announced that kit, I was like, ugh. And I mean that. I think it looked a bit rubbish.
I think it's when it happens to quite a few kits, when they're done, when you have to take the promo shots and you've got golden angles and everything, I think some minis don't translate as well.
But like even now, like it's just the arm had like the shield here and then the Crozius here. But because there wasn't like tons and tons of like, I don't know, like personality going on in the face, it didn't really give off like a feel. I just thought it felt a bit lazy. But hilariously, like as soon as you put that Crozius from here to here, he looks like a bad man. He was just like, I'm coming for you.
He's got some skulls on his head as well, and maybe his little tree branch.
Yeah, he does. Yeah. Another bit from Khosrow Khan. See, I'm stretching this £20 model out quite substantially.
I mean, you bought 2 of them, so...
I used 1 and I split it up. But yeah, no, the putting something on the top really helps, because otherwise, I find this with Terminators anyway, like, that's why I like Chaos Terminators quite a lot, like, because they've got their spikes, it makes them a bit taller, whereas with Space Marine ones, they're very squat, and I understand that's the point, but I'm not totally gassed about it. So adding that sort of like heraldry on the top. Firstly, they're skulls, so they fit the chaplain sort of like bill, but
It's got a lovely little typical man tattoo shoulder thing.
the tribal tattoo.
The tribal tattoo.
I got this when I was 18 years old. Yeah, he's like my first tattoo, isn't it? Again, it fit the sort of like White Scars theme. On the other side, I think there's a lightning bolt as well. Yeah. Lightning bolt and a tribal tattoo. Loves it. But yeah, no, he ended up. He was actually the first one I painted out of the new range, just because I wanted to get it over with. Because I was like, I need to know if this is good or not, and I did, and it worked. So I was like, this is fine. But yeah, loves it.
Yeah, you'll see now the few more shots of the Leviathan ones. We won't talk about those because we've done those to death. We'll finish this up with. What are you gonna now? You've broken through the resolutions. What is your plans for the Force? I mean, you need to finish the Pyre
Blasters.
Inferno Squad.
Inferno Squad. That's what they're called. Yeah.
Pyre Blasters is
Idiot.
Black Templars version, isn't it?
That's true. Yeah, I totally forgot.
Yeah, the Inferno or Inferno Squad, whatever
Infernus
Finish
Marines.
them.
Yeah, I think get those done. That'd be fine.
I think you need to add something fast. I think you need to buy. If it was me and you were going in on this.
Yeah.
2 boxes of Outriders. Mm-hmm. An ATV, so you can play Mario Kart.
Yeah.
2 land speeders.
Oh, land speeders would be cool.
And then go from there.
Yeah. Can you put troops in land speeders? Is there a land speeder where you can do that?
I don't think so.
Oh, that's
correct us if I'm wrong in the comments. I don't
boring.
think you can put stuff in them.
Yeah, you can certainly make them
You could
fast.
get a Storm Raven.
A raisin. Storm
You know
raisin.
what you could do? I don't know. I don't know if you can in the rules, but imagine you could have a storm raisin flying over the battlefield. The ramp drops down, and your jump pack boys just.
Would you need to put jump pack boys in there? Could you not just have the Inferno boys in there?
Yeah, but it's not fluffy. They're just coming in over the battlefield, and they just drop out. Storm raisin don't have to land.
I suppose that's cool. To be fair, a storm raisin in the white
Storm raisin.
a storm raisin in the White Scars.
I've got one for the Deathwing. I haven't finished painting it yet, but when I sprayed it white and started to make it bone coloured with washes and stuff, I was like, this is gonna look really cool.
That's cool.
Same as the Land Raider Crusader as well.
Yeah. I didn't realise you could put stuff in a storm raisin either, so that
Yeah,
actually might
I don't know what
make it go.
While we're recording this, I don't know what can definitely go in. I don't think jump things can go in things.
No. But that would be really cool though. So storm raisin, some bikes and some speeders.
So
That'd look cool.
I've told you what to add. What do you want to add?
Truthfully, like bikes are a given. Bikes are a given. I think the one thing I'm so butthurt about is that they're not jet bikes. Because
You can make them jet bikes then, but that'd be very expensive because you're gonna get 3 of the Heresy bikes in a box.
well, they're also the scale doesn't work. That's the problem. Yeah, I
think that kit is still just out of stock all the time.
Yeah, because they're great, and they're also phenomenal in Heresy as well. They're great units. So yeah, when they look cool and they are great.
It's like the same thing on a small tangent. The same thing with War Dogs at the minute.
Yeah.
Well, I think War Dogs are now back in stock properly. Whereas for a while it was everyone was running them as soup in the game with World Eaters and stuff.
Could you just have Heresy bikers, but then just call them like Firstborn or whatever?
You could do.
Would you?
I think I've seen it a few places that are quite hurt that are White Scars players that White Scars had like a dedicated White Scars captain on bike, and obviously when all the Primaris stuff was coming through, that hasn't. So
yeah, you only got the Primaris chaplain now on bike, which is fine.
The bikes, I think in general for Space Marines, I think they need. I mean, they've lost. I don't like bikes in 40k. I don't get why you pump up a tyre when you can fly. But you've lost the old attack bike. It was more like a trike, wasn't it? Because
oh yeah, no,
the,
you're right.
the heavy bolter and the melter in it.
Yeah, no, maybe. I think some bikes are a given. Bikes are a given, and if that means I have to wait for some other bits, fine.
Well, we're not short of things to paint in a minute.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, life is exhausting.
You've got some bikes to finish at the time of recording.
Yes, I do. They're not for the White Scars though. Sad times. But yeah, no, they've been really cool. Yeah, I think as far as a wildcard army is, it's not even a wildcard army. Just broke all the laws that we said at the beginning of 10th.
Yeah.
What are we, like 3 months in? Already ruined it.
I've just touching on that. I'm glad you were the one to break it because I really thought it was going to be me.
Honestly, because I thought I'd bought one model, I was like, this is fine. This doesn't count, but it does because I'm fully committed.
It's like again, go back to the diet. It's like, well, if I have the extra slice of pizza, then it doesn't matter. But it's like, well, broken is broken.
Yeah, it's a killer, really. And
I can't wait to see what else. To be fair, as well, you've kind of broken it again because you're now re-engineering some Thousand Suns stuff.
So I will mention that this is specifically for Heresy, but we are definitely going to use them for the channel as well.
So you're in.
Oh, so I've done it twice without even having Emperor's Children.
It'll be really funny is if all the Emperor's Children stuff is just smoke.
Hot smoke.
It's just not a thing. It's like some just they're like, oh my god, they actually think these are coming out.
Losers.
Here's what we actually have.
Well, it's going to keep you busy, that's for sure. I think White Scars, like, they're very, very close to being done, like, as far as an army is concerned. So I'm not really
you're knocking on the door at 2,000 points, but there is
there's a lot of stuff.
It's a lot of slow stuff.
Yeah, lots of slow stuff. Just need some speed. Yeah, and then Thousand Suns is the next big challenge. So, of course, along with Tau, because I hate myself and I've got so much stuff to do.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's going to do it for this little showcase. It's been interesting to see the White Scars army come out of nowhere.
Yeah, it really does. In pure White Scars fashion. Just sped in. Skirt.
Over the top of the hills.
Over the hills and far away. But yeah, no, if you want some White Scars of your own, you can get some of the brand new Space Marine kits available at Hobby Workshop, and the link is where he said. Just down there. Go and get all of your hobby needs from there because they are fab and we love those guys because they're great. If you did like the White Scars, please leave us a comment, a like and a sub because they all mean that the algorithm likes us.
And tell us in the comments what you're going to do with your Space Marine kits. Are you kit bashing them? Are you just going to paint them in your own custom chapters? Are you going to cut them up? Or are you going to turn them into Chaos kits? Someone definitely will be.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I'm a little bit sad I didn't, but I've just been painting Chaos for such a long time.
Well,
White Scars are just different. And they're cool. They're really cool. Unlike Ultramarines, because they suck.
Oh, we're not getting into that. We'll see you in the next one.
Bye.